What is going on, guys? FreeBearing here, and today I'm going to do something a little differently. As you can see, there's a little bit of League of Legends gameplay in the background, so I'm going to go ahead and explain myself before I get into the ranting that is about to occur. So the reason why I haven't been uploading a bunch of videos lately, as someone has pointed out, is because I've been playing a lot of League of Legends. I've been trying to get a bunch of footage together to put together what I would hope to be a pretty hilarious and entertaining review of the game. But it's taken such a long time because there's so much fucking grinding in this game. I was trying to, figure it, just hit the game at every angle, play every game mode, so I can and get some footage, so I can put something together. And it's taken me a while because I got to grind to get all these different characters, and I'll definitely talk about that when the review comes out. And I have no idea when that will happen, but as you can see on the screen, there's some gameplay, and don't let this gameplay fool you. I am still a scrub. I am a scrub in this game, so that's what's been taking me so long. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about two different topics that I said I was going to talk about, didn't get around to, and that is on the hashtag FreeBearing and EdgySphinx. My pal, he went ghost. He disappeared. He did the he mastered the flying thunder god jutsu, because he teleported. He's gone now. So I'm gonna chat about that a little bit, and just some things that have been bothering me. I guess obviously these were trending topics a couple of weeks ago, but if you guys been on my channel, I don't usually do trending topics, and the reason why is because usually all the information is never present and open when the topic drops. So I always wait. And like I said, because I've been playing League of Legends so much, I wasn't able to. I just didn't put a video together. So that's my explanation. Now, on to actually discussing what's been going on. I'm pretty sure, now that Bearing's got his channel back, there are no stakes. But I'm going to alienate a bunch of people today. A lot of people are going to get their feelings hurt. And that's okay. It's okay to get your feelings hurt, because you're adults. At least I hope you're adults. And I have to say, I was incredibly disappointed with what happened with Bearing, but not for the reasons you all believe. To tell you the honest truth, Bearing, everyone was all sad and upset that Bearing's channel got removed when he had 300,000 subscribers, and everyone's all shaking their head and they're upset. But I was the only one sitting around like, you guys didn't see this shit coming? No, okay, I wasn't the only one. There are a couple other people who commented, but I saw that shit coming a mile away. The reason why was because I was a huge fan of Total Drama Island back in the day. Like, I knew exactly where Bearing got the bear from. So there's no shock, wonder, nor surprise when, this copyright strike hit him. It was never a matter of if the copyright strike was going to get him. It was when the copyright strike was going to get him. So to me, I saw this coming a mile away. I was telling people we should give this guy a slow clap that he made it this far. He made it to 300,000 subscribers with some copyrighted material, and it didn't hit him until now. I mean, you upload a song on YouTube like that, within 30 seconds, you've already been scanned and processed. So to me, I was like, wow, it took this long. It took the better half of a year for Fresh TV to finally see this. But again, seeing everyone be all mad and upset, I was one of the few people sitting around like, I am flabbergasted, because this is the one time. I know a lot of people complain about the YouTube copyright system. I know it gets abused to holy hell, and everyone is right to complain about how easy it is to abuse the YouTube copyright system. But this is the one time YouTube got it right, and we've got to admit that. Yeah, again, I know it's not a flattering thing to say. It's not something that's gonna make you feel good, but the truth of the matter is, YouTube got it right. They were correct in taking down Bearing's channel. And you may not you just don't like to hear it, but I mean, look, at this point, his channel's back, so ain't no reason to be upset. I mean, if you're upset with me saying that YouTube was correct in their assessment of removing copyrighted material off of their website, then you're just gonna have to be mad, because it's the truth. And YouTube got it right. So to see everyone upset and angry and mad, blaming the social justice warriors because they heard that some of them wanted to flag Bearing's channel into oblivion was really sad in me about the so-called, skeptic community, non-community, which that confuses me to holy hell as well. On the one hand, there are some skeptics that would love to claim that they're a community, and on the other hand, there are some that claim that they're not. You don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like saying, no, we're up, but we're down. Well, you can't be both, or can you? I don't know. And that's how I feel about the skeptic community. I don't know. I mean, is there a community? Yeah. But watching the collective group of people who call them skeptics lose their minds over what happened with Bearing. I even saw some people, say Armored Skeptic and even Sean Head arguing with people when clearly wrong about what happened. Which again, this is why I'm making the video, because despite the fact that the topic's no longer trending or popular, I think this is a topic that transcends, the airspace, and a lot of people probably won't catch this, which really does suck, but it still needs to be out there in the ether. Maybe someone will signal boost this, I hope. But watching a bunch of skeptics not be skeptical and just automatically believe some shit that came their way was amazing to me. Watching these people fly off of the handle and attack So Fresh TV, not even the correct one. And this is really the thing that everyone should be called out for this. So there's two So Fresh or Fresh TV channels on YouTube. The people who like Bearing so much that they got mad and wanted to insult someone, they went to the wrong Fresh TV and gave them a bunch of shit for something they didn't even do, And everyone who went there, everybody who went there should feel like a straight duck, like a straight dumb ass. And I know no one is ever gonna stop and reevaluate their behavior and say, hey, I was being a dick and an asshole. I attacked someone. No, a lot of people aren't gonna do that, but they should. And they ended up attacking a channel that did nothing wrong. Actually, even if they attacked the correct So Fresh TV, again, they still didn't do anything wrong because Bearing was using copyrighted material. There's no way around that. And again, if that makes you mad, well, I don't see how you can be mad at me for telling the truth. I don't see how you could be upset. I'm not saying that this is what I desire. I'm not saying I wish, Bearing to lost his channel for the period of time he did. But what I am saying is that, well, one, we can't be surprised, and two, YouTube was correct in their assessment. And here's another thing a lot of people don't understand about copyright. Copyright is expensive. Purchasing copyright is expensive, and infringing on copyright is expensive. A lot of people get upset at the fact that a video or your channel will be removed from YouTube, and that is something to be sad about. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you should just shrug your shoulders and be like, yeah. Well, I mean, if you got a bunch of cat videos, I don't really. Yeah. But what I am saying is, considering the other option, in that copyright can run you up to millions of dollars for infringing on it. YouTube serves as a gigantic barrier between you and losing millions of dollars, like literally losing thousands, millions of dollars, paying back or getting sued or fighting against copyright infringement. So a lot of people should be thankful that Bearing was not actually needing to be freed, because again, that is expensive stuff. It is not a game to be played. And again, a lot of people that flew right over their heads because they only focused on the fact the channel was gone. But true infringement on copyright is not a joke. And a lot of people should realize that YouTube is a gigantic barrier between you and losing lots of fucking money. It is. Losing your channel or getting a video striked for infringing on copyright is a protection of your wallet. And I know it doesn't feel like a protection, doesn't feel like a great thing. You work hard on a video and you use a song from an old video game and you got it removed. I know it doesn't feel that way, but looking at the bigger picture, it is. So this is a great thing that all Bearing, and here's the icing on top of that. Bearing got his channel back. So yeah. Yeah, the problem was solved. And he lost a lot of his videos, this much is true, but I think I don't think anyone archived it. Usually people archive their favorite channels. I don't know if anyone archived Bearing. And that sucks. No, don't get me wrong, that is indeed true. However, considering that Bearing is not in jail, and Bearing can make a new channel on YouTube, and people can go subscribe to that, he won. So there really was nothing to be upset about. Watching a bunch of skeptics be upset and argue the incorrect facts on copyright was astounding to me. I will never be able to live that down. That was a sad thing. That was a sad day indeed on Twitter. And it's just, watching a bunch of dumbasses go on and attack the wrong person is something that everyone should feel ashamed about, because this was the time you guys proved the social justice warriors and the feminists correct. You've shown them your hand. You've shown them that they were right to complain about being mobbed and being attacked by waves of people when you attacked the wrong person for something that they didn't even do, and attacking them for a cause that the correct people were totally within their rights to do. Fresh TV was totally in their rights to file for copyright infringement. They were. And I know that sucks to hear, but you know what else sucks to hear? Watching a bunch of people prove social justice warriors and feminists correct in their assessment of the skeptic community or anti-feminist community's behavior to be correct. To show them that they were right in saying that you guys are a bunch of assholes that don't actually listen or fact check and just go off, fly off the handle and insult people. And you people should be called out. And again, this isn't a video that people are going to like. They're not going to like hearing this message. It's going to hurt some feelings, but you're an adult. So if it hurts your feelings, first of all, considering that you're an adult and you still did that anyway is astounding to me. I don't know how that happened. But even if you're a child, if you're a teenager, and this is the time for you to grow up. If you're a teenager and you do that, grow up. Learn to do some fact checks. Take a page out of my book. Once again, I don't do videos on trending topics so I can get all the facts and be correct about it. Maybe you need to start doing that as well. So that's what I have to say about the whole FreeBearing thing. It's astounding to me to watch these people I supposedly respected not only just be wrong and argue incorrectly, but become so emotional and upset and not even be right. It's not even a righteous anger. And to watch a channel burn for something they didn't even do was also a very, very sad thing. Everyone should feel ashamed of themselves. Anyone who participated. If you didn't have anything to do with it, though, if it don't apply, let it fly. So I'm not talking about. I don't need to hear. Hey, look, I didn't do. Okay, if you didn't do it, then okay, life goes on. But if you did, then yeah, you should feel like a duck. You should feel like a straight dumbass, and everyone should apologize. No one is going to apologize, but it'd be nice if you did. So I want to briefly talk about what happened with EdgySphinx now. Switching gears, real nice and fast. My buddy EdgySphinx, I considered him a good friend of mine, a pal. I hadn't chatted with him in quite some time, though, unfortunately. Ghost, like I said, he's gone now. Removed his YouTube channel. And I believe it was mostly, well, I mean, according to him, he said he just didn't enjoy making YouTube videos anymore. And if that's true, that's his prerogative. But I'll tell him to his face, I don't believe that was the whole of what was going on. I believe that was only a part of it. Because there was a gigantic Twitter kerfluffle between him and a couple of other people in the skeptic community, where I believe, I think over in somewhere in Europe, I remember correctly, there was a senator or an official who was a fan or who promoted the letting Syrian refugees into Europe, and his daughter was kidnapped and raped by a few of them, I believe. I think she was gang raped. I could be wrong there. The fact remains is she's not alive anymore. And EdgySphinx, to put the most bastardized version of the story, said that he couldn't care less at the fact that this woman was, raped and killed because, she went to different homeless shelters and supported them and helped them and was a fan of letting them in, despite the fact that they've done a lot of horrible things. And of course, I completely disagree with that mindset, and a lot of people do. Most normal people do, for reasons most people don't feel a need to say. And I found it clear that no one felt a need to say it, considering that when I was reading all of the arguments, if you can call them that, on Twitter, and there's just a bunch of people saying mean things to EdgySphinx, calling him a bunch of mean names, telling him he's stupid and all of that, calling him autistic. But I found that no one in the skeptic community, in a place where people do nothing but argue and reform their ability to use rhetoric and logic, I found it interesting that no one used it to show Edgy why he was wrong. And I believe part of it was because giving a damn about the death of another human being is just something that normal people do. And hearing that someone doesn't care about that comes off as strange and odd to us. So no one actually really feels the need to stop and say, listen, human life has value, here's why it's a problem. Okay, maybe I do when I talk about abortion, but I believe that's why people didn't say anything to him. But the fact remains that it was just a gigantic pile-on of them calling him a bunch of mean names. And again, there's another moment where I was disappointed in the skeptic community, or air quotes skeptic community. Again, instead of stopping and reevaluating the situation and coming up with the logical argument as to why Edgy was wrong, even coming up with an emotional argument, since they were all talking about emotions and morality, all they did was dogpile him. And then, one of the strangest things I'd ever seen happen. One of Sketchy's greatest adversaries, his mortal foe, the Baron Mordo to his Doctor Strange, or vice versa. I don't know. The Spider-Man to his Venom. I'm having fun with this. Not Edgy, Spinosaurus Ken came out with a couple of videos then. Kraut and T also was upset about Edgy, and he decided to call him an alt-right infiltrator of the skeptic community. And they made a couple of videos talking about how he somehow lied to people and was honestly, to this day, I mean, the video came out 3 weeks ago, and I still, to this day, don't understand what Edgy... Okay, I get the point Edgy was making. Not Edgy. Spinosaurus Ken was saying that EdgySphinx was an alt-right infiltrator. That, before he started making these videos, he, or at least Crown T put this in his video, was already enjoyed watching alt-right white nationalist content. EdgySphinx was saying, Spinosaurus Ken was saying that EdgySphinx, again, infiltrator, and was lying to a bunch of people. He even said it again in his more recent video response to that guy T. That's how he feels that EdgySphinx was. Now, I honestly can't really see where the deception lies, mostly because in order to say someone's lying, intent needs to be proven, and I don't find that there's any intentions proven within EdgySphinx telling people. First of all, I don't even see where he lied. It just seems Spinosaurus Ken was just saying he lied, but from what Spinosaurus Ken was saying in his videos, which I'll link down below, it just seemed to me that EdgySphinx just didn't blatantly state his feelings on white nationalism, or that he didn't blatantly state that he was a white nationalist. But I mean, it was clear by the seams, at least to most people, it was pretty clear that that's where his sympathies lies. And again, if I could talk to Edgy, I'd tell him straight up I disagree with him on that. I don't think white nationalism is the way to go, at least not as it is portrayed currently. And I think that's a fine conversation to have. Instead, I see a lot of people willing to purge this white nationalist idea from the so-called skeptic community, which again is confusing considering that some people don't even believe that there is a skeptic community. So, what's going on? I think what's really saddens me about watching these two stories unfold is watching these people not actually adhere to their own principles, not actually be the people they claim to be, not actually be the intellectual warriors that they're supposed to be. They're like rebels without a clue, and I think that actually leads me on doing the next video that I definitely want to make. And that video is talking about the end game. Because now I'm more worried about the end game than I have ever been in a while. Watching the skeptic community fail me not once but twice. And here's the thing, they failed me, but I'm just something on the internet. It doesn't matter that they failed me, but it's sad that they failed me. So I'll just put that disclaimer there. Watching these people fly off the handle and watching people purge EdgySphinx without a proper trial, if you can call it that, without actually trying to chat with the man about why he felt the way he felt, was a sad thing to see these people not be the individuals that they're supposed to be. And that's horrible, and that's sad. So hopefully in today's video, I know this was a long time coming, well, 2 weeks, but I really hope that this video makes some people stop and think, it makes some people reevaluate their behavior. It probably won't, but I can hope. And, and if anyone's mad, well, you're just gonna have to be mad. I don't really see why you would be, but if you're mad, then you're just going to have to be mad. So like I said, look out for the next video. I'm going to be talking about the end game and what I mean by that when I say the end game, because I think that is a topic I have never, quite literally never seen anyone chat about. So look out for that next video. I think it's going to be interesting. With that being said, man, I certainly hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And if you did, man, go ahead and click that like button. Next, you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Comment in the comment box below. And as always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.